And we are back to talk about some of the latest stuff in the news. Of course, we got to talk about Mr. George Ronald Reagan Martin, which, by the way,
is that his middle? That's what his middle initials stand for?
According to some of these, like, cringy-ass people on Twitter who are very upset with George because, like, apparently he's misogynistic and racist, both at the same time. Quite a combo. What does the RR stand for, by the way? I'm sure you know.
Raymond Richard.
Raymond Richard? Those people were so close. So, George R. R. Martin has taken a trip to the UK where he has appearances he needed to make. And Preston has said this multiple times. When George is away on trips, there is no progress made on Winds of Winter. He does not write that.
No, absolutely not.
But while he was there at Oxford, of course, he's going to get questions relating to the books. And one question for me stood out the most. It's the one that made all the headlines. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Can you go more into that question specifically, the regrets one?
There was one point in which someone asked, what regrets do you have about the books that have already been released? Mm-hmm. And or what regrets do you have about your series? And he said, I regret not finishing them. There was that like little quip in there.
And the Winds of Winter wasn't brought up by either George or the audience at all? Like, nobody?
I mean, nothing that I can remember. I mean, keep in mind that like you watch these interviews and
they all kind of
people
blend
ask
together.
The same question. Well, people ask the same questions and he starts giving the same answers. Like, and it starts becoming he has prepared speeches for each of these responses, and it gets quite, kind of repetitive.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And I almost feel bad for George here because you can tell he wants to do this stuff. He wants to interact with the fans and do all this, but everyone is waiting on any news from him regarding Winds, and he just doesn't have anything to share. And it's like, yeah, you always say how whenever he's overseas, he doesn't do any writing, which at this point I'm fine with. Just enjoy your time, my man. You've earned it. You've given us years and years of stuff to just go over and have a good time with. So yeah, just have a good time.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, when he goes on vacation, and it's not even vacation, it's working vacation. All right. One, like he's trying to see the sights and he's trying to spend time with his wife. Okay. So that's a huge thing. But then he's also trying to do work. He's trying to see publishers. He's trying to see old friends. He has a whole bunch of friends that are in the UK that he needs to see that he hasn't seen in years. And friends are very important to him. When you don't have your own family, friends are much more important than people. I mean, like I don't really have any friends anymore, but I have a family. But but if you don't have a family, friendships are really important. Like before I had a family, friendships were very important to me. And so yeah, friendships are very important to him. And he has work. He has to see a lot of people. He went to see the Dunk and Egg sets and everything, and meet the producers and showrunners there and all sorts of things. And so when he travels, he does not write. He only writes when he's back in Santa Fe, like in front of his computer there. He does not write at any other time. So when you say like, oh, he's going to spend a month in the UK, well, that's the month not writing, but it's also like when he gets back, he like has to then catch up on emails and all sorts of things. So it kills even more time. So, it kills a good week when he comes back as well. And then it kills probably a week going over because there's like preparations. So, so it's, when people make things like, oh, maybe he's going to announce something before the end of the year. No, he's not.
Dragon the Man said something on Twitter about, oh my god, it's coming, Xmas gift. And Elio and Linda's Westeros.org Twitter account was like, no, it's not. It's not coming.
No, it's
but
not.
No, the other reason why I bring up George is because, of course, whenever he does any type of appearance where he mentions anything regarding the books, that always makes headlines. But two other things have also happened. And, oh boy, the other thing that has happened that put a spotlight on George that has nothing to do with George is manga artist Togashi, guy who's known for Yu Yu Hakusho and HunterxHunter, which I personally really love. This man he takes very long hiatuses for his health. And then he'll come back and write a couple of chapters, and then he'll go on hiatus again because he has debilitating back pain to the point where he's even admitted it's hard for him to wipe his own ass. And, of course, he has recently come out of hiatus and has started drawing again, and we're releasing a couple of chapters. And, of course, people have pointed to George R. R. Martin. I got into a bit of an argument with some people, and I hate how this conversation happens every fucking time, like clockwork, regarding this one guy, this guy Togashi specifically, which is my problem with him, which is, my man, you have back problems. Just hire some assistants to do the drawing for you while you lay back, relax, and direct them what to do. And people always love to throw at me, clearly this guy is not an artist and has never created anything. First off, I hate so much every friggin' time this conversation is brought up, because the same people will be saying this. Well, not the same people. Different people will be saying the same thing. Why is everyone so quick to defend artist integrity over a man's health? Because, and to link this back to George, I love George. I am so thankful for everything he's done, but I have long since stopped being one of those people. You know, those people on Twitter where they're like, anytime he does anything, they always go, "Come on, just finish the book, fat boy." Like, I have long not done that anymore. I'm just chilled out on that. And at this point, I'm thankful for what we have and would rather the guy retire. Both George and Togashi.
Sure. But I think you're also to the point where, like, I think you've also come around to the idea that, yeah, it's not coming. I understand that you have hope.
I have hope.
But
I have hope. It's coming.
Once you sort of accept that, then there's, you know, once you accept that it's not coming, any sort of disappointment and hatred like just goes away.
I have hope for wins, like, but not dream of spring. But no, like stuff like this in regards to the manga guy Togashi, guy right here, can't be bothered equals goes against his own work ethic biases. Like, okay, but buddy, that's not the way you think it is. When you take into account the guy has worked himself into crippling pain to put out something for us, because of how insane Japanese work culture is. I'm grateful for their contribution to art and literature. I'm thankful for what we have already, and happy that on some level they want to finish the series. But at the same time, if they don't want to hire anybody else to come in and help out, that's fine. They shouldn't push themselves to do it, or to even write or do anything at the cost of their own mental or physical health. This goes for both men, and for other people as well. I would rather they set the crown down and just let the next generation come in and go off into the sunset, happy, healthy, and enjoying the rest of their lives. That's where I stand on this.
What I think is also very funny is the people saying, "Get to work, this person's being lazy." I guarantee those people are 1,000,000 times lazier than the people they're criticizing.
You're saying this in regards to George R. R. Martin?
Yeah. Like, anybody that's like, "Oh, George, get to work." Like, do you understand, like, all the fucking, like, work that he's doing right now? Now, it's not the work, like, they want, but, you know, it's not like he's just like, this idea that he's just sitting around twiddling his thumbs or, like, you know, having fun. Like, no, his like, days are probably completely filled with stuff that's, you know, anxiety inducing, like, stuff. It's just not the stuff they think it is, you know?